The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 239 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the yellow Chinatown Fontaine playing cards. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. And we have the yellow Fontaine playing cards here in the standard glossy finish tuck box. You got that vibrant yellow color for the tuck box. It says Fontaine cards with a smiley face. On the side, it says distributed by Fontaine Cards, Los Angeles, California, made in the USA. Other side says the exact same thing. On the bottom, it might be a little bit hard to see because the white on the yellow, where it says 1 of 10,000 Chinatown Market Edition. And then you got the Fontaine's website. And it says designed by Zach Mueller, Mike Chairman, and Alexander Bortz. On the back, a sneak peek of that back design. On the top, it says Fontaine. On the inner tuck flap, you got the little spade there with the Fontaine logo. On the inner tuck flaps, you got the smiley faces. If we take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box, it's just plain white. Nothing too crazy going on there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first, start with that back design. Here we have that classic Fontaine back design, just in that yellow colorway, with the white Fontaine X there right in the middle. So it is a mirrored back design with the standard white border going around. If you flip it over, same design in both directions. It's classic, simplistic style there. Now for the cards you get one joker here that says Fontaine cards with the yellow smiley face and the white background. Then you get a second one, pretty similar, but it says Chinatown Market there, and then the same smiley face with the white background. Then you got a little thank you, have a nice day card there with a rose and the green background, so fully inked little extra card. And then you kind of got a little extra card where it just says it's a little bit of information. It says 56 cards for only $19.99. Crushed to perfection. That's crushed stock, made in the USA. So made by the United States Playing Card Company. It has classic stock, Poker Pros approved, premium finish, glorified fidget spinner. And then you got the little smiley face and it has the red background. Then you got that custom ace of spades here, where it has that like custom, like almost slightly hand drawn kind of feel to it. It's not like a perfect like spade there. Then you got the Fontaine Chinatown Market logo there in the middle. And then the rest of the spades also have that kind of like slightly like almost like hand drawn kind of style to it. That goes throughout the rest of the spades. And you get to the court cards, the Jack, Queen, and King of Spades. And they are those, like they're like similar. They have it's like that hand drawn style, but they're still kind of looking like the classic court cards, but they're definitely like still custom, or they're supposed to look like the classic court cards there, except for they all have one eye. Like this is the one-eyed Jack. It's like standard. That's in most custom decks, or just playing cards decks in general. But then these two have the one eye there, and they have like those vibrant colors there, like the reds, the yellows, and the blues. And you get to the diamonds there. Have a similar thing. They look pretty standard, but they have that kind of like slightly like hand drawn, kind of like imperfected style to it. And this one is also a custom ace of diamonds, which has a rose going around it. And they look like almost like standard diamonds, but they have that like slightly like imperfections to it, like they're slightly hand drawn to it. And then you got the Court, Jack, Queen, and King of diamonds there. And these ones are definitely custom. It's still similar in style, but they have like, as you can see, the obvious thing, they have smiley faces for their faces. And they're still in the red, blue, and yellow colorway. More like a hand-drawn kind of art style. You can kind of see it here. The Jack, Queen, and King of clubs. More, still slightly custom, but still looking more standard than the other ones. In the red, yellow, and blue color once again. And they have like a little hand-drawn kind of border where it's not like even all the way around. And the custom clubs there. And then you've got the custom ace of clubs where it has a little kind of glove hand, and I'm just holding on to the club there. And lastly, we got the hearts, Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts. Once again, custom, but still it's trying to look standard there. And then you got the King there, which has a little bit of smiley face on it. And the other two are just looking more hand drawn there. Oh yeah, and in the red, blue, and yellow colorway. And then you got the hearts here. Lastly, the hearts. And that same kind of style, like the hand drawn kind of style there. And then you got the Ace of Hearts there, which is also custom and has a little snake going around it. But now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first, start with the springs. And they are definitely slippery because I just dropped a few down below. Like I say, a deck review tradition. You always drop at least one card. What I gotta say, like on one of the cards had like the details of the cards. So it said like a crushed stock, and these are definitely crushed. They're pretty thin. They're not like super thin because I've had some cards that like almost bend in half. These are still pretty bendy. Like they got a nice flex to it, and these are really slippery, so it's kind of hard to do the springs a little bit. I don't want to totally like drop them, but they still flex nice, and they're pretty smooth, but just really slippery. See, as like here, I don't want to drop them. But overall, pretty nice springs there. Now we'll move on to the fans. You got that nice vibrant fan. I don't know, for some reason I just really like yellow colored decks. I just like the vibrant colorway of it. Well, as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and the numbers. There's no real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Now on to the Pharaoh. Well, as you can see, the Pharaoh interlocked and weaved flawlessly there, pretty smoothly. No issues. Now for a giant fan of the back design. Now for the reverse Pharaoh. And the reverse Pharaoh did not interlock as smoothly. I did have to like push them and slide them together, get them to lock together. But they interlocked and weaved pretty flawlessly there. No real issues there. Now for a giant fan of the faces. Now for the riffle shovel or bridge shovel. Okay, the first one was pretty smooth, but now it's just not going to work for some reason. There we go. Well, the riffle shovel seemed to be pretty smooth when you actually get one to work. But they're pretty smooth. No issues there. Unless it's just human error, then you mess them up, but the riffles themselves are pretty nice. And 1, 2, the packet cuts. And the cards are definitely still slippery because some more just slipped out of my hand. Now back to the packet cuts. Yep, so I'm just gonna move on from the packet cuts. Well, overall, the packet cuts are pretty average, but they're slightly more slippery. These cards are really slippery for some reason, compared to other decks. The other decks I reviewed, like, they've been slippery for sure, but this one just has, I don't know, maybe it's just the yellow color being like the representation of butter or something. I don't know, these are just extra, like, slippery. They still pack it up pretty nice, though. Just gotta be cautious, because these feel extra slippery. We'll move on to the one-handed cut, or Chevalier cut. Now time for the dribble. Oh yeah, there's definitely no issues with the dribbles. They're nice and smooth. Pretty average dribbles though. Pretty like standard. Nothing wrong with those. And 1, 2, the spread fan. And lastly, put the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, it's pretty like nice Fontaine deck. It's definitely one of the older ones. But pretty nice. You got the nice bright yellow back design with the white accent there, which I like. It's pretty nice back design, pretty standard. It's a Fontaine classic. Then you got the custom faces here. You got those custom like extra cards. It's just nifty to see. Then you got the custom aces. All the aces are slightly custom, which is nice. You like to see more of the cards involved. I mean, custom. Then you got that slightly custom like styling to it, where it's almost like I said like a little hand drawn kind of, where it's like not like it's like the pips aren't like the suits aren't like perfect. They have a little bit of imperfection to it, to like perfectly lined up, like straight lines. All the lines aren't like straight lines, so slightly hand drawn. And then those court cards definitely look hand drawn there, a little hand drawn style. Overall, not a bad design deck. If you're a fan of Fontaine cards, this would be a nice one to have in that bright colorway. But anyways, overall, pretty nice design, once again. And then for the handling, they handle pretty fantastic. There's no clumpiness or stickiness to them, so they're nice and smooth. They're definitely slippery because I dropped a bunch throughout this review. They're nice and smooth. Probably shouldn't handle them too much more before I drop them all. But overall, the handling is fantastic, and the design is pretty nice. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and this has been day 239 of a Daily Deck Review. This has been the yellow Chinatown Fontaine playing cards from Fontaine and Zach Mueller, and I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.